Hi everyone, this is Sinan from CarInspected. We're in the island of Montreal today. We're taking a look at this 2007 Mercedes SL550 with the 5.5 V8. Starting with the walk around, this is a US car, so it's a US market, so it's in miles per hour. You can see that the body is in very good shape. Premium unleaded fuel only, obviously. When I started the inspection, the roof was up and then I brought it down. So there is a little bit of an issue that was a problem when I first got to the car. As you can see, we have a battery booster here. This battery was dead, so there was no way to operate anything. So we had to boost this battery as well as that battery there that's being charged on a trickle charger. The import sticker for this car from the US is here, and the manufacturing date of this specific car is March 2006. The mileage, as I said, it's all in miles per hour. So let's go in. It's 103,750 miles. So it's almost 104,000 miles. There is a check engine light on. Now I'm using the Mercedes specific software to scan the computers. There are some cracks on the wood here and here. The cup holders, they're working fine on the driver's side. The passenger side is a little bit slow, but it does work, but it's a little bit slow. You can see the anti-glare surface has been scratched off mostly. The glove compartment is operational, but the user manual is not there. So the car has the massaging chairs, and they're the cooled and heated seats. And this is a compartment that many call it a well, anyway, we'll just leave it at that. Probably if you search it, you'll know. And a very strange looking unit. It's a original Benz, and the old school quarters and loonies holder. Interior is in very good shape. I'll just show you. You have a little bit of wear and tear on the driver's side bolster, and in the center, this is most likely from metal, from the jeans or stuff like that. Here's the back of the driver's side. You have the CD changer here, and you have a little bit of a storage space. Put it back. As you can see, everything is operational. The driver's side pocket is here. Let's see. Hydraulic cylinder repair, hardtop convertible. So there seems to be an issue because there is a repair kit here. So far, when I tested it is for the hydraulic cylinder for the roof. So that tells you something, but it operated normally. I didn't see anything abnormal. You can see the spare tire here and the tire pump. to inflate the spare. This cover covers this area, but I needed access. On the passenger side, of course, all the windows are original Mercedes. I checked. I'll show you shortly what I mean. So this is a, well, it's really hard to focus on it, but it's a, you can see the Mercedes badge, and you can see the Mercedes original equipment sticker on the windshield. The passenger side, again, we don't need too much. I don't want to kill the battery. You have the user manual here. It's actually a very nice spot for it. I'll just show you quickly what's in there. Yep, it's all in there. Don't scratch anything, but it's 2006 here, which is strange. It's 2007. 2005. It seems like they had to collect different years, but everything is here. I'll just put it back when I get a minute. I'll leave the seats. So I have some comments on the exterior. You can see a little bit of rust or corrosion here. And here. The front brakes, there's more than 50% remaining. The tires are Falcon in the front. They're 255/40 ZR18. They're the 99Y speed and load rating. These tires were manufactured on the second week of 2021, but as you can see here, there is excessive wear on the inside, and the outside looks almost new, but the inside is worn out. The undercarriage and things like that is all clean. I didn't see anything abnormal, but I'll show you something in the front hood. You can see here, just because of very corrosive material that they tried to clean the rims with, they're starting to fade. So these rims might need to be redone. In the front hood, or the front lip, you have some damage that was repaired. You have the grille that's a little bit pushed in, and you have a paint over that's very clear here. So I'll show you quickly the panels that I feel have been redone. This is aluminium. You can see it's almost consistent all along. There. Here's the rear quarter panel. This is stainless, or it's steel. And this one is aluminium. So you can see all the aluminium panels are consistently the same. And all the steel panels, see, this one is very thick. And you look here. So there was a scratch on this that was repaired. And then we're back to aluminium here. The roof, you can see it's within the spec. There is no paint over here, but here, it's done really well. But yes, there is. If I zoom and try to zoom so you can see the line that I'm talking about. I don't know if you can see it. but that's where the paint ended. So it was done very well. I'm not it wasn't a cheap job. It was done very well. But yeah, most likely it was a scratch or some damage to the door, and it was repaired. But from the reflection and everything, it looks perfect. You can't tell. So that was the front brakes that we looked at. You can see the other driver's side tire. You can see here, it's just worn out. You know, on the outside looks good. The inside is worn out. Look here, the air suspension, no leaks or anything like that. Now, if I show you the undercarriage, you'll see that there is a spot of what seems to be an old leak, but other than that, it's very clean. And that leak in the front seems to be coming from here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's there. It's in the center of the picture. It's at the bottom. Accessory belt is in good shape. I've done oil quality test. The oil dipstick is there. I've done a coolant freezing temperature test. The batteries obviously will need to be replaced, and the brake fluid humidity content test, and it all tested out okay. Power steering, it's on minimum. This is a synthetic power steering, if I remember correctly. Mercedes recommends Mobile 1, while BMW recommends Castrol until, well, at least in 2007 they did. Brakes in the back, almost new. There's 70%, but the rotors in the back, I would replace them. These are almost finished. Tires in the back, they're made on the 3rd week of 2021. Same brand. The size is 235/35 ZR18, so this is a staggered setup where the rear tires are wider than the front. You can see the same type of corrosive material that was put on the wheels, and unfortunately the wheel has to be redone for this. They did repair some curb rashes. You can see it here, so yeah, I mean, they tried to make it look as good as possible. The computer scan is done. I'll just show you in the undercarriage as well here in the back. It looks nice and clean. A little bit of surface rust, obviously, for 170,000. Or yeah, almost 180,000 kilometers equivalent. It's pretty good. Hasn't seen much winter. So let's go into the computers. So the computer scan is finished. Let's see if we can do the shortcut. Yes. So these are the codes. You can feel free to pause the video at any point. So this was the electronic ignition switch. Let's go to the electronic transmission control, which is basically the control module. Turbine speed sensor defective. This is a stored code, and the signal from component turbine speed sensor is not available. So that was transmission. Electronic selector is this, which has the start stop button. Motor electronics has 4 codes. Voltage supply, which we understand. We understand that one because the batteries need to be replaced. Accelerator pedal hall sensor 1 circuit positive. Engine off timer has implausible value, so that's a malfunction indicator light on, and it's a stored code, so that's most likely what's causing the check engine light, which is illuminated even after I start the engine. Let's continue. Sensotronic brake control, hydraulic fault, but this could be because of battery, because you see here under voltage, hydraulic fault, and the pressure, left front wheel. Anyway, I would look into these definitely if I was to buy the car, so just to see what are the possible faults that are here. Now, it's important to note that if the battery is low or the battery has died at a certain point, it will trigger a lot of codes. See, there's under voltage in a lot of controllers, and CAN message, which is car access, the network for the car communication. Accelerator pedal, we're seeing that more and more. I'm going to continue active body control, that includes the air suspension, power supply under voltage. You can see there's so many controllers. Weight sensing system, supply voltage, tire pressure monitor, supply voltage, overhead control panel. Yeah, you have to pause the video and take these values to look them up. That's at the bottom now, so we go back to the top. Then a lower control panel and show. So yeah, again more codes. Supply voltage is appearing here as well. And let's go in because there's just showing 8. I only saw 3. Or maybe we change the read codes. Yeah, it's only 3. I don't know why it's showing me 8. Yeah, it's a little bit slow, this system. So go passenger side, signal acquisition. So that's a B code, which is it's a fault. It's one of the types of the fault. So you have the P, which is in for the engine, the U is communication, and I believe B has something to do with the voltage as well. A lot of faults, but again you see the supply voltage here. Alright, we're back to the top. We go into the next one. Driver's side, there's 28 faults. Wow, these computers really store a lot of faults, even with a dead battery. I recommend looking into these. This is not a cheap car, so it could be as simple as battery. You see, it could be as simple as battery low, or the codes have not been deleted in a very long time. So it's better that you see me scan the computers here. You can pause the video at any moment, you can check. There's a lot of faults that most likely have something to do with the voltage, because, well, these two I've seen and I will show you shortly. This is the trunk, the license plate holder, or the license plate lights that are changed to LED, and they're not, they've burnt off. I've taken pictures of them too. Alright, we go to 17 computers. Battery. Again, you can see battery is a repeated theme. Pneumatic system. Safety time. Power closing has been exceeded. Might be low battery. Yeah. Oh. Wow. Door control module. again, some faults. And then operating voltage is not within permissible, so that's the door control module. Electric seat adjustment, then backrest front left. 2 codes. Front right, again, should be the same codes, yes. Steering column module, which is just the steering controls. Here. Then we go into automatic air conditioning. A lot of faults that you can see. Here there's 7 with the keyless go. Keyless go is basically the comfort access. Under voltage, over voltage, so the car has been boosted a few times. Headlamps, instrument cluster. That might be just the faults that are here, but let's see. CAN communication. Well, the cluster communicates with a lot of controllers in the car, so it is normal for CAN communication codes to show up if the battery is dead, and then you bring it back to life. Yeah. Audio module. We're 32 computers in. Mobile phone adapter. There is a current code. You can see these cars are very complicated. Command, audio, navigation. Open circuit, temperature, DVD cannot be ejected. We're almost at 40 computers. And telematics. Then you have roadside assistance, service. Is not possible. That's fine, it's expired. And then 41 controllers, telematic service, stolen vehicle tracking. Service provider is not possible. The call is transmission error. And finally, computer number 42. And we're back at 1. So as you can see, a lot of computers. Don't forget the key. I'm gonna start the engine just so you can have a feel for it. There. Engine is running. Because the car is indoors, we're not gonna keep it on for too long. As you can see, I don't see any faults. I'm gonna turn off the engine because we're indoors. You see the check engine light is on, it's low fuel, that's fine. And now I'm gonna close the hood or close the trunk, and then I'm gonna actuate the. This is what I was talking about. See how rusty it is? So this is should be a self-closing. Yep, it is. And now we're gonna All right, and we're good. So now I'm just gonna open the windows and I'll be able to show you the car with the roof up. The roof is fully up. A couple of things I want to note. There's a dink here and the tint in the rear. It needs to be redone. Okay. I mean, from a body perspective, the car is in solid shape, but there are some faults. It needs some attention. So I'm gonna do one final walk around. This is a little bit moved here. You see this gap versus here. It's just a attachment issue. Then here you have the front. This is the temperature sensor here for the car. Now you can see the overspray in the lower front bumper. I can't close the hood because this battery is being charged, obviously. But yeah, if you know how to fix these things, the issues that you saw on the controller, this was Mercedes specific codes. The rear tires, if you're ever wondering, the wear is even, so you don't need to replace rear tires. It's just the front. Back bumper, very nice, no issues there. Some small scratches from getting things in and out of the trunk, but not worried about that. So let's test the keyless go. Yeah, this one doesn't seem to be working. Yeah, so with the key it's working. Yeah, so there is a problem here. As was with what the code was saying, the computer codes. This is the rain sensor, or the rain sensor, light sensor. In some cars there is a light sensor here. In other cars they would put an external light sensor that you would find somewhere along the front. So I'm gonna be concluding the inspection soon. I'm gonna do one final walk around, then I'll put the user manual back. But as you can see, this needs lubrication. Side view mirrors are decent, very decent shape. There's a good view from an angle, 45 degrees, here as well. And then show you the back. Obviously I'll also remove the charger or the booster and put this back. But yeah, there you have it, guys. It's a pre-purchase inspection on this 2007 American spec SL550. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.